Good morning, class 12th. Welcome you all in Classroom Notes by Rekha Jain. And today we are going to discuss the third level written by Jack Finney. And word meanings are also given by the side of these difficult words. Let's know who was Jack Finney. He was an American author who was known for his contribution for science fiction, and his photo you can see here. The story written by him is also based on the travel of the protagonist in back time. Now, author represents here the modern man who has become the victim of the insecurities. That is why he is not a decision-making person, and as a result, he soars high on the wings of the fantasy to escape the hurry-worry, tension, and stress. Many times, I think this happens with everyone, including you people. When you are unable to achieve anything in your real life, then you start soaring high on the wings of your fantasy just to entertain yourselves. And many times, many incidents happen in your dreams also. In the morning, you share that with your parents. Same happens with Charlie here, because he has fallen a victim of the competition of the modern, fast-paced life. In his dream, he tries to travel to Galesburg. How? From the third level, and where he experiences the third level, he experiences this at the Grand Central Station at New York City. And ironically, that third level doesn't exist because it has only two levels. And the end of the story is open to the readers, because whatever happens with Charlie, he discusses with his psychiatrist friend Sam. But finally, you will see Sam has also become the victim of the same dream. So there are three characters in the story: Charlie, Sam, Louisa. Now Charlie reveals that he had experienced the third level at the Grand Central Station, although in reality it has only two. Now when he discusses this with his psychiatrist friend Sam, he doesn't agree. He just explains that it was just an excuse to escape the hurry, worry, tension and stress. At this, Charlie says, if I am the victim of the hurry, worry, stress and tension, then why come it so that my grandfather used to collect the stamps? Because stamp collection is also a hobby, and which is done to entertain one's life. And even President Roosevelt collected too. Then Sam explained that then during those days, those people used to indulge themselves in a hobby because they wanted to make their life more fulfilling. And now the scenario is entirely different. So Charlie shares, but Charlie doesn't agree, and he explains in detail how he reached to the third level. Now what happened once with him? He worked till late, and he was wearing a tan gabardine suit. And in his hurry to reach to his wife fast, he came to the Grand Central Station, New York. From where? From Vanderbilt Avenue. And after taking 2 flights of stairs, in order to reach to the second level to get a train for home. But while walking there, he got lost while ducking into an arched doorway. Ducking means bending down into an arched doorway. And this arched doorway led to subway and then to a tunnel. Now crossing the tunnel, he reached to another staircase. And this was how he reached to the third level. Now third level, this is how third level is compared by Charlie with a tree. Just like a tree is always spreading with its branches and sprigs. Similarly, Grand Central Station looks like a tree with its new corridors and staircases. Now to find a train, he walked down a corridor, and no one was walking. So strange that Grand Central Station is a busy area, and that day he claims that he was walking all alone. And suddenly he reached to the third level, and when he reached there, he saw that rooms were similar to the second level. But difference was only few ticket counters were there at the third level in comparison to the second level. Now men here were at the third level. Man here in the booth, means ticket booth, wore a green eye shade and long black sleeve protectors. And moreover, there were kept open flame gas which were very dim and flickering, and brass spittoons were also kept there to maintain the cleanliness. Men wore fancy moustache, beards and sideburns, and tiny lapels, 4-button suits, derby hats, and pocket gold watches then were in fashion. And women wore fancy cut sleeves, long sleeves, and high buttoned suit. So author concluded that it was either 18th or 19th century, and there was a very small Currier and Ives locomotive, and where the stack of newspapers were kept in a funnel shape. Now he confirmed from a newspaper, and the name of the newspaper from which he confirmed was The World. And there was a lead story about President Cleveland which confirmed that it was 18th or 19th century, because the date on it was 11th June 1894. Now he decided to go to Galesburg, Illinois from this level, because the trains from here go to Illinois, Galesburg. So he demanded for 2 tickets from the ticket counter. And while taking the tickets, he was thrilled beyond limit. He was recalling, reminiscing here means he was recalling the old town of Galesburg, Illinois, where there were big and old frame houses, huge lawns, tremendous trees, and the trees were so broad at the top with their branches and leaves that they made canopies, like they cover the upper parts of the road. Now summer evenings are very long there, with people sitting outside, men smoking cigars, women fanning with broad palm leaves, fireflies moving around. Means a very enchanting rustic scene is recalled by him. Now returning to 1894, he was thrilled even more, because this returning to 1894 would keep him away from 20 years from the First World War and Second World War, 40 years in future, from then in future. That means he had not yet experienced the Second World War. When he demanded for the tickets, the ticket distributor looked at him suspiciously. Why? The currency he offered was not accepted, because the currency was of the 20th century, whereas he was demanding the ticket of 18th or 19th century. Now next day, he was so keen to go there, he decided, and next day he withdrew $300 from the bank, exchanged them with 19th century notes in order to buy the tickets. And this is how he paid the premium of $100. That means $100 he had to be deprived of. But at least he would reach at third level, through where he would go to Galesburg. Now second time when he went there, he could not find the third level. He was so confused, he was so worried. He shared this with his wife Louisa, and Louisa was also worried about his this experience, because she didn't want him to look for the third level again. But he didn't agree. He went back to his stamp collection box, and every day both of these, now wife also accompanied him in their search, and both of these started searching for the existence of the third level. Every weekend they would go to the ticket collection, stamp collection box room. Now they found the proof for the third level. How? After some time, his friend Sam was nowhere to be seen. He disappeared suddenly, and he came to know that he had wound up all his business and had gone to Galesburg. Now, in order to confirm, what did he do? He opened the box of ticket collection, stamp collection. There he found the first day cover. What is first day cover? First day cover is an empty envelope which is always self-addressed and on which a stamp, newly released stamp is pasted, and that is delivered to one's own house, those who are in the hobby of stamp collection. So the same was done by Charlie. So he found a first day cover, but there were some changes in that. Instead of his own address, there was the address of his grandfather in Galesburg, and the date on it was July 18, 1894. Okay, and how did he confirm this belongs to 18th or 19th century? Because the stamp was of the then time. It was a dull brown color, and there was a pic of, on the stamp was a pic of President Garfield. Garfield was the president during that time, and moreover it was not empty. What was there inside? Inside was a note written by Sam. Now he came to know through the note written by Sam to him that Sam was happily enjoying in Galesburg because he had wounded up his business in New York, and he now leads a very carefree life and runs a business of haystack. And this is how the story is open to the readers, my dear students. And this is all in today's video. Hope you must have understood the chapter, and